At first, attention feels like warmth. Then it becomes noise. And eventually, it becomes silence again. Not because it disappears, but because it stops meaning anything. This is the phase no one warns her about. The moment when validation still arrives, but no longer lands. She receives messages, compliments, interest, but emotionally, nothing moves. The brain adapts faster than the heart, and when stimulation becomes constant, the nervous system raises the threshold. What once felt exciting now feels expected. Psychologically, this is called desensitization, the same stimulus, smaller response. Her mind begins searching for intensity, not connection, more reaction, more novelty, more contrast. But intensity doesn't build intimacy, it burns it. This is where attraction turns darker, not dramatic, not chaotic, just hollow. She notices something unsettling. Silence doesn't hurt anymore, but neither does attention. Everything feels leveled, flat. Relationships start to feel transactional, not consciously, but emotionally. People arrive, people leave, and nothing really shifts inside her. This isn't empowerment, it's emotional fatigue. Female psychology is deeply sensitive to emotional texture, and when texture disappears, so does depth. She begins to protect herself from feeling too much, not because pain is overwhelming, but because numbness is easier to manage. Desire now requires stimulation just to wake up. Not intimacy, not presence. Stimulation. And stimulation escalates. The mind doesn't want more, it wants different. This creates a quiet loop. Interest, response, relief, emptiness, repeat. She doesn't feel broken. That's the most dangerous part. She feels functional, social, desired, in control, but something fundamental is missing. Real desire requires vulnerability, and vulnerability requires risk. But risk feels unnecessary when validation is always available. So desire stays suspended, never landing, never attaching, never fully opening. This is the hidden cost of constant attention. It doesn't inflate ego. It dissolves gravity. Nothing feels heavy enough to stay. Rule card. When everything responds, nothing resonates. Eventually, she begins to notice it. In quiet moments, in stillness, in the absence of noise. A subtle question forms. Why doesn't this feel like anything anymore? And that question is dangerous, because awareness returns weight. Once she sees the pattern, she can't unsee it. Real connection starts feeling rare again, not because people disappear, but because meaning does. This is the crossroads. She can keep chasing stimulation, or she can sit inside silence long enough for desire to reset. One path feels easier, the other feels real. Most choose what's immediate, a few choose what's deep, and depth always demands something in return.